Also kwana bana ni kwana trumpet neke no ishoko katabu subo chinobochi iri ni manwa akiri no fu na aso ausu no su na bo unu ne akwatonyo kwana trumpet na fu nwanalanye onye ko mark na dini ma akwatonyo kwana trumpet ajaji ishoko onyo kwana dika orikana nshini kwaye koru oje ke wolo nu ya gwanye efa ya ko gwasa anyi fe n'ọrụ ajaji ko samaru gontine bode honorable nekene ejigwe na agwajigbo ke gwanye efa
asokwane efa mbo Charles chukwemeka Emetulu mbo member House of Assembly mena nochi anya Ndokwa West constituency in House of Assembly oge ganene abo first member post-member education board, apart from commissioner for energy and then commissioner for higher education, apart from executive assistant on conflict resolution and community development in the Delta State.
Ibonyo kwa na ebe.
Mbonya abe.
Abe chala. Ife na akawa kita na bushi Ibo member the House of Assembly, Delta State. But anafa korose ichoniki jeji. Cash na brosi ichoniki jeji.
Ndele madi kwewe. Mpanye as Ndokwa West constituency. Manye fenefia. And opposite document in the film Kunikitani. I do from the government for some time. I was saying when what experience in Amamife. Shana Brose if only of Nede Kimukero, Marugo. Apart from that, when she no motor assignment in Oben Basa 2019. Never received by this time since Arkoram those assignments. But a lot of factors, the COVID-19, but even in the midst of that, for the sake of posterity, when what I daily to document it so that one day we'll see them and know that because of you become a ranking member of the house. What are going to so? Now they buy it. Apart from the fact say house member, they carry them to water. And as an Ndokwa man, then I say carry them to water or journey by aspiring to become a principal officer in the house. But the Katan Panima go. Apart from politics, if you not trade, if you not know go organization Ndokwa. You know, but the matter on me, I'm married to Onyena, Uruko Ndokwa, Ujene Igwe, and that has been the major motivation. And then I say, Umbo Fuma, Urufon and Matagada, as far as Ndokwa is concerned. And then when she want the energy and charisma to do more for our people.
Ishoku honorable. If finish anya na hajajo ndana. But say anya bunari ni mogbe. Ano dedenu. Anyara na no ifenda mana na pari no no. Be amoro se izo ochiche na egbana kidi ni maigwe. Ofoto man na bia fode ni wase you know why. Amaro so na ekue na. Makonikete mkpomkpo maro photo say adin noku sindi na APC adin noku sindi na PDP ko Labour Party ko party obune si onye sono ne kunye katwene ife kono de na akwanye na nwanya anya ya de na bro sa ba aju anya aju chakola ka anye go sa ife na emeni na ebe kparo kana no nodo ye lowo shablo onye ka odo na eme azizo kene adin ime
onye
ka odo ya bshi nwuni election no
Well, by the grace of God, okike kechukwu me win ku myself. Win ku my obviously ko win me win. Ne popo maro de Ndokwa. Amaro so defend na aro and then for the sake of our people. So I don't know long gonna and me win kuma.
Yeah.
Oku se maro de party ko ya de party onye maro de ka to ya ni. O journey but Olufosho gang na bido na agba komede Kenya before you wanna call enlightenment the kwemara kuma. Nigeria kete enu if I independent candidacy. No matter ere issue june is your kanemare ko. Ya dey under a party platform. You can't run an election in Nigeria. And either party renu kene nkazo House of Assembly for instance may win it the PDP opposite PDP winning the governorship of Delta State not PAM the synergy ekadinebo so winning governor winning yabo PDP winning governorship PDP winning House of Reps PDP winning Senate PDP winning a presidency all look on that day a bit easier for everybody. Etriane onye na ade the majority party urban able o fe na ọrụ na keye ke fire ke ụmụ anya because o de ke nwe ike kparokomoka na ebe ndị nọ na chene nọ na kpare and I don't think that is good enough for us as a people. So ofurone say in the government, the next layer of government you should be able to talk to that layer. The one under you should be able to talk to that one under you. Kete in the House of Assembly, and the 29 members. Maria choice on the menu to APC. In fact, they were there until recently. Of the menu in APC. Can I anapali kete? Ofuni mewe. HSF PDP. Now, Maria told well no. Kilo ni non mewe. You never say can they have the majority opinion in anything? So ofurone say onye kedi ni government and then so say esoso na tawoji na di ni meye. Obele edene outside the circle, then nothing comes to you. Obviously, the Ghana in 1979, in Bendel State, and then Ndokwa Ijowa, Funarang and Abe, Chief Ojonyo was even a minority whip. BIC, I think Unoma, Ijoma, Louis Ijoma, and Ndokwa is Ijeshu. In the impact was not there. Oge Ambusalino they made fun they make school I institutions up and down. Okay, so Ndokwa because I'm not trying na. Lastly, I take out of one mala no jail in that office of UPN. You know, so often say kidding the majority party and the ruling party. I must also say can you know only matter na kuka to any at the end of the day no make us vote no see it to so odempa say each also ke onye ke rukumoro ya di neye nation nde on eso and then train well accordingly uno to yatana no one ke paroka then that is his own problem but okay ke tugo anyi ndana ana wanya gida asaso say nogeda ko go say ogune. So, I don't know God.
Aji, honorable Mbenashi. Lemene bo ekwe bozo. Ya moro sanyi Ndokwa na so fast so. Anye se weli kuma nwankpe. Sozo na dengo. Kena ji okwu bu ke dakone. Kena di ni me. Ke ne ke keru ne yi ndi benye Ndokwa West.
Okay, Mabaza Kuma, but at least uno do ni mo gbe. Obama has here no anything negative about me as a person. Now, the given kuni, if you not know who service, and that is the gospel truth. Maybe I'm not together as house member, maybe chairman house committee on education. What I call unke you know. Yadine. If together only both first member like me, come on. I never go and say, dear, Yadine million. Apart from say an Arabida Umota projects, Pande came. We tried to meet up. Album only name me feel not to hear publicity that much because of personal principles. But my say the number of surgeries I have sponsored are uncountable. Medical surgeries. And then Akuni school fees, they are uncountable. And several other things. The first challenge, not in the way, that kind of behavior is that when Marcos see a year, then the pressure comes on you. But electrical yeni, Russia, unless Rogeda, I will say, in terms of Kungole from 2 levels, human capital development, then infrastructure. The human capital, the different kuni. And then Nazuli school, even up to now. That's one the engineers for skill trainings and all. In fact, I'm only about Osuni ladies now. I'm trying to equip them after training. 3 months training. With an online talk, they do training, hairdressing, makeup and all. Between now and December end, and I did go to Mata Sata Park and then we go. They know happen. In most of those Indian or Oganbone first member PPAB. And then when in Water Wisdom, JG school, the masters or maybe PhD, I've moved most of them to the new universities as lecturers. Many of them. In their care, you did the civil service, trying to lecturing job, move them to lecturing. In their care, you did the lecturing, maybe in the College of Education or Poly before Chone University, we move them. In their care, you did admissions uncountable, including in such courses as pharmacy, medicine, engineering, law, nursing, uncountable. Now, Oluke politics, Madam Dengen in Eka, we say appointment from government as SSA, about 16, 18, in this my small position as member of the House of Assembly. Infrastructure, Anaro, Ijabe, Ezukwabe, from the roundabout to the bank, recently was rehabilitated. And GKM, obviously we can get other roads done within the local government. Emuyesere is an interior community. And I was school neighbor. Umuchime, Ovala. Also another interior community. And I was school neighbor. Utue, Nogume. And I was school neighbor. And I run in Igbe Kitana. I'm right 19 in Igbe. And I run in Oliogo, secondary school. And even now, primary school is about to be done. And I run Abe, science lab, 6 classroom block furnished, another computer lab, and mechanics lab. So Anaro, Omegeda Obudu, out of the 6 clans, then in Ndokwa West. There is no clan that I didn't do one thing at least in Ndokwa West. And Eronuko Kate, and even more will come by the grace of God in our second term.
Aji kozo ifende kaju na mno bose onwe be maro na ade so ke nwata ngbochi ya ba oda ifokwa na kpọ na odachi ka ba odachi inwe gidani eshike ya dị n'ime ụlọ ọrụ ka ọ bụrụ akpọfefu
ajụjụ anyị na-ajụ bụ sị ụlọ iwu ka ide bụ ele dasị ụlọ iwu ịdị na-ewere okike na-arụ ọrụ ọzọ n'ụlọ achọrọ ka anyị mara iwu ndị mmefu ihe ya
okwu ime iwu nwere very strong perspective about it. Even when one in the works, while I have co-sponsored over 16 such bills. But even then, in a wider perspective, in the say Nigeria, the enforcement is another thing completely. The enforcement is another thing completely. In the comment, most times, animated evil when signed into law, the implementation becomes a bit chaotic. And then Nigeria are not get out. The federation or the federalism is not in practice. So sometimes they may, okay, I will see many who say, only tool in the phone, so when as a state, we deal with state police. You will know, for it to be implemented, you rely on a federal police. Now, I don't know, governor of the state today, the commissioner of police a directive, and the IG gives the police the commissioner a counter directive. He will obey the IG. So then I say, even the even as a House of Assembly, what a bit more effective if we have true federalism in practice. That the say this territory, or Delta, Aninu, Niwu, Aninu, TN. Most times, Emetulu, once it's in conflict with a federal whatever, they just supersede you. They just supersede you. Kete, I'm one of those sponsoring a bill on good governance and accountability in Delta State. Something similar to ICPC, EFCC, and all. I'm not going to say I need a man, no Gaba. But at the end of the day, there will be issues which maybe the judiciary will not help to resolve accordingly. So, I didn't email, like what I've said, about 16 as I'm sponsoring, and I'm working on one very seriously, which I don't want to disclose. And hopefully that will come on stream very soon. By way of conclusion, I say, they're in charge of implementation or implementing of laws should also sit up. Nigeria has a surfeit of laws. Laws may not necessarily be our problems, but the implementation. Kekakba, good the law annually made in House of Assembly, which is very key to development. We can have more appropriation law, or at least what they call budget. Without that, there's no governance. That is the most important. That one must be done, and when the time frame, okay, first one. Can I add in the manner we are even doing budget now, which is why in the most times, and I don't know, another committee and all of that. You cannot Ndokwa because obviously basically you have to provide for it. Obviously no school, you have to provide for it. Obviously you have to provide for it. So as I in charge, everybody struggles to ensure that their persons, their communities, their constituencies in more presence in such a bill or a law. And but the key reason the Houses of Assembly actually exist and survive.
Honorable, I don't know if she even there on the year. If you go on the year, Obudani Badi Koma, she Mpupo again our war. ya gwa ni fish ni kusho ya na won ne se la abo no ka ya bo do ma anyi de ni government bo assign chao anyi tie anyi kushi oblele ko fu no iwu she said she iwe ni so ya na won
ne iwe fu no iwu democracy dies oge ndị army nọ n'iru anyị nwere court that was judiciary and nwere executive that was Supreme Military Council or whatever they call themselves at that time. The constitution exists because there is the legislature. If in Neku, but Nigeria is Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is a go federalism. You understand what I'm saying? America is a federalism. And in America, every state is operating on its own frequency. Exactly. India, Nigeria is federalism in paper and unitary system in practice. For example, they say Anibu Delta State, or Kawri say Anibu Ndokwa, Anibu oil and gas, or Juani. Wherefore oil, your father's land, you can't even touch it. Federal government it's in your land, it's in your territory, it's in your state, but you cannot even access it. Obviously, when they make true federalism, it's your own. Government at this way or any person coming to explore will sit down with you. In Nigeria, it is not so. So the practice angled in Nigeria, and Yashina will say, Nigeria federal government is very powerful, easily the most powerful in the world. Really. Because a lot. Okay, on go. Assign Ndokwa, 36 states. Ndokwa, Jabuja, JK go. As I go no, Anapani Delta, the Bayelsa, the Addis Niger Delta. For Abuja, Ukebe into 36 portions, 74 local governments, and all others. Now, the first challenge in the Bono was say, oil. I would say, I don't know anything, but any rota, they not benefit from it. For me, that is not federalism. And if they don't know, most times, state laws tend to be weaker than federal laws. As I'm speaking with you now, I can make a law on gunshot wounds. Why hospitals should treat gunshot victims quickly. But you know, there's a federal one that says without police report, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, that federal one, human life becomes wasted. Now, as a house, and the very time I say, Iwunu and Ineme, and matter, it leaves our hands to the hands of federal authorities to implement. So I would say, I can't challenge them now. You know, I name process of government, American name. Then catch as if in America, up to the local counties, we need their own police. In fact, I think the sheriffs are elected. But Nigeria is not like that. During presidential elections in America, people are not too enthusiastic. Everywhere in Nigeria, I think 20 people, 30 people. It's because of the power of the presidency and defended it and labor. You with police, you with army, you with navy, you with now as if fail. And any resource then are you. The Bush family in America, the two of them have led America. Go and read about them. Man, not in anywhere. Their own family, that's what made them what they became. Well, cook there is something with the Federal and marry. They are party neighbor immediately. Ndokwa, abun there so jabia. Until I do this democracy for some time, the proper rule of law, proper diversification, proper decentralization of government and governance will not take place. We believe in the mobile, so for much, and I've made this true federalism in this country. Until that is done, anything in the middle. Actually, I'm going to say, Governor Nishikata say, I've signed an executive order. When they need to consider the legal. But President could say, I signed executive order. I say, oh, okay. You know, so, Iwu. Then that Iwu working for your good is another thing. In the first place, I ended in this legislature, both federal and state. I'm about to say that the 1999 Constitution is a joke, but then it is what is on the table. Recently, we came with about 144 amendments, clauses to be amended. And then in our as a house, we also contributed our own small portion. Ofunimoyabu is state police, for instance. We believe in the mobile say when state police, insecurity will reduce. Abukete anebili. The only police in the Delta, Abonye Delta. Also go any associated in the Delta. EJ Okwani, where you come from, the Obiaro, the DPO, Asubo, Ijo Mutu the same thing, Igabi the same thing. So at the end of the day, every police Nakaboro, your next door neighbor, it can't be. So in let's take for instance, say one on a man neighbor from Obiaro, the police get it. One neighbor don't also Okwani. The police can marry if you. So most of these things, if they are properly done, I think Nigeria will grow. Especially because in Nigeria they adding mekume because of these small traps were limited. And then adding anything into the coffers, then I can't really. And it is affecting lawmaking and it's affecting enforcement of the laws that are even made.
Honorable Benham. No kuya afom shi mu no kukwe shi election no kini je chiziko shi UJK wini afason shi mu no kukwe shi party yabo PDP ya de ke wini ajunje ka ju na ekwe beno bu shi ilu no nde kenyi nde yamoshi wedimi fe nebe shi mara soro no mwende ka soro mwende ka soro B. Ofotu nde ne kushoje ke a 20 PDP. Wole kushi omu ife governor ko wa ron ni imani kwane. Kanu bu ko fu. Washi ogene okay school. So nwe unda kokko ya bunda kokko nde nkuku tertiary institution nwe ko wo se ne bi ando kwane. She bridge ke di ni benekuku ni didn't okay between Benekuku and Kwale. She audible look and then we give me campaign in 2019. She ne sell she we at 20 PDP in 2023. Tiom ne bunu abike.
Okay, mbana. I'm going to say ọchịchị dị ike. Ọchịchị dị ike. Kungole remi. Kungole say when you ofu nwa no na je school. Kedu dị na primary school. The one one say one. You will do first in the next exam before I join you may hear why no in agwa you never say na atara obey me you will first see that they go on some will first it's okay join as you go your mood for instance but in a road in a road, it becomes impossible for you to buy that car. You are not trying to come in down. Nimobi, and with evidence on ground, in the history of democracy, when government run the area cover running in Ndokwa. That is the blunt truth. Before today, not even earlier today, and I wonder, I say, I need Ndokwa. You name me our agitations and activism. It's not too many. Also, River State, I go that to Omok without Utabobe axis, Utabobe by axis. about 7 to 8 oil companies. All the roads will be tapped by those oil companies. But anyway, the governor did that bridge to see work done. And when the full open, I saw it very embarrassing. There's so many years of oil exploration here. It is the state government that is still coming to build a bridge. What are the oil companies doing? Internal for the past 50, 60 years. Conveniently, Umu City in Tago, about 2, 3, 4 oil companies there. Will even use their big trucks to destroy the road. And then they make advocacy and agitations. Amaron, but so far they've not hit the nail on the head. Now, Kakenegere Chukwusi Okowa, you know what the courage to even start that bridge. Because Asanden Ache before his time, he didn't do anything about that bridge. Obido for that bridge. And many came as a member for Ndokwa West. Up till yesterday, I was in touch with the engineer supervising that project. One, the skyrocketing cost of construction is affecting it. It has been reviewed 3 times now, the cost of that bridge is 3 times. But they can be big one. Kagwana said, Okowa will complete that bridge. The people of Otagogbe and Benekuku will be connected by a bridge. They can look on that one. The Oku School, the first thing, the first impression to clear the case go bo Okowa Egune School of and Okowa Ekene School as per ethnic nationalities. Because anyị na-ekwu na Ndokwa go say anyị so nationality na-enwe school anyị institution Kenu Abu Eju. The Ishekiri land doesn't have a school. Ndokwa has a campus of a tertiary facility, School of Marine Technology. My committee, that school has been moved now to the Ministry of Higher Education, from Ministry of Transport, where it was before. Now, from research, the College of Education Agbo, 1980, and Busali in Bende. The Ogashuku Polytechnic, 1980, and Busali Bende. The College of Agric Anwai, 1980, and Busali Bende. The College of Education Award, 1979, and Busali Bende. The School of Agric, Uzora, 1980, and Busali Bende. The Kifenkuni earlier. Ogiwan Atuyani Ali, Ndokwa Atuyani na. Ali Adumekolu around 1982, about a year to when he would leave. So began Ndokwa, an Institute of Industrial Technology, Kwale. House of Assembly Bende passed it into law. But of course, Ali lost the election. And with that, we lost that school. School in there early TN, where the schools have been upgraded to universities. Anwai was first upgraded to a campus of Delsu, now university. Then as a state capital, there should at least be a university here. Agbo and Busali. So almost school of 4 or poverty. Under democracy, in the school of 4, Ibori, the State Polytechnic in Otefioga, and then Udwala, School of Marine Technology. Okowa did not establish any new school. He upgraded in the schools. Now, obviously, Ndokwa when any of such schools prior, obviously, School of Industrial Technology, no, Ali Naketi, obviously, Kao. Then by now, we can be complaining that, why didn't you upgrade our own? But we were not given. And we were not given as bluntly as it would sound because of area and the terrain at that time. At least, that 1978-79, I don't know which end, the secondary school now. Asama Ramaro was Midwest in the West. Awolowo na win. Southeast, Azikiwe na win. But I didn't do what. I told it as per Nde Animaren. Out of the 4 members of the House of Assembly, only one. I think only Opani now, Uponi Uponi was the only UPN person. At NPP, NPN members in the House. That counted against us. The only matter in the early politics were good at that time. And Namare said, it was so bad that one of the candidates at that time was Mohamed Goni Kabo. One GNPP began to preach politics without bitterness because there was so much bitterness. In Yarukume, UPN, Ben Yezuku Isoko, Uru almost Abe, Akushewan. The deputy to Ali was an Oroguma, Demas Apoy. So, all the fuel, it was okay. Then I not the man. Ogan Mboni commissioner, I do indigent the Kudo, so we're in Ndokwa Polytechnic. And 3 polytechnics were cited in 3 senatorial zones. Delta North was in Ndokwa land, Abo Polytechnic. I was thinking, if it had worked, maybe today we'll have something to say, build on this or not build on that. So, one university at all, Ndofuna Anwini, Abu School of School on their DNA, the ones that were upgraded. Now, maybe Chairman House Committee on Education. Okay, we send the bill for that long. At least could because I ain't China. Made in Nene say, I can if I want public hearing. Do public hearing. So, and you make public hearing. Only any Ndokwa institution, body, person, whether corporate or individual, Biani, the Kudo committee say, need this document. Can you put the reasons why you must give Ndokwa? Make them not in so. How about if you're not going to social media, say up to the when you say you never in school. Can I make public hearing? Ndokwa Unabia, Kaso and Nogada say unwin issues. They look at it, nobody can. Not any of the social cultural bodies, not any of the that is only a gun. But continue to say, I go in there. I'm still struggling to get a few things. I was people in a camera. Still struggling to get a few things done. By the grace of God, we will succeed.
Aji honorable. Lemenu ba ne kene igwe no sife na akọ na ebe na. Amoro se na paroka so kwane. Kenda no bodo Nigeria, kenda na Africa ko bodo Igbo we ne nne. Osana na esu no azo na ije egwu ezo ọchịchị na we ne nneshi. Yeke ulo no mai. Dike no sawancha.
Azokwa na ezumi neke no no. Neke no no. Na arịọ ọnụ sị ọchịchị dị ike igwe ere na ọkpacha anyị na ụlọ anyị sị even ụmụ foto n'ime wee na-eme isi ike foto na-agba akwụkwọ ọma mgbe rekọd asị na gọọmenti asị na na-ekwu sị ka jikeme ndị ka ndị na-apụsagịda ndị politiks ebe azọ ife ka so wee zọ ebe atụ asị akwụkwọ over 2 vote katukomashi ne ebe ejoko de Ndokwa dị na tukume vote anyị tukume de na ngide dị nego me abso ono ifo anyị okike anyị kuzi nyere atune because anyị atukume wo de na nyif kene election bịako ka anyị biko asa ndị nwe the PVC ka apụsa ka atụ votu ka atụkọma anyị tụkarị ndị ka atụkarị ndị Isoko tụkarị ndị Urobo anyị bụ akparụka a na-akparụka bikọs ndị ekenye dị ụnụ ụgbazụ anyị so na-ekene ụnụ chebara
yo